You know, we were about to open just before everything had kind of kicked off. So actually, in a way, it's actually been super exciting because we've been able to sort of implement all of the government guidelines within a sort of new venue compared to, say, maybe other establishments that have been in place and have had to then try and bring in the guidelines that have been put in, whereas we've been able to do it from scratch. Because of the venue that we have, we can implement the new rules quite easily and ease them in a lot. What we'll have to do is just maybe get a few extra staff so that we can make sure that everything is implemented in the right way.
Well, the question that we're all going to be asking is, did climate change influence it? What we see with the heat wave that we had in August, when we get these sorts of temperatures in September, is we are starting to be able to recognize a climate change signal in it, but it's difficult. So direct attribution of this temperature to climate change, we cannot say. What we can say is that there is a very strong likelihood that these sorts of heat waves that we're seeing are definitely influenced by climate change. And this will continue to be more frequent because they are very much in line with the models. They are very much in line with the expectations. But to actually say that 14th September 2020 in London, this temperature was created by climate change is not something that we're able to do. And this simply comes from the difference between calculating climate, which is decades, which is long term, as opposed to weather, which is day to day. So yes, we had these hot temperatures in 1906, in 1911. We are not even coming close on Monday to what happened in September in 2016. But we do know that, for example, the July 2019 heat wave in London was twice as likely because of climate change than it would have been without climate change. So this is very much the challenge of sort of linking a specific temperature or specific incidents with human impacts on the climate. It's about likelihoods and it's about probabilities. So we will certainly know within a few months, are what we're seeing in mid-September 2020, can it be linked to climate change? But what we are seeing is very much in line with what we would expect.
I think definitely one of the biggest factors has been the lack of tourism. because of the locations that our cafes are in, we rely a lot on the tourists. And especially with the quarantine rule, you know, the 14-day period that tourists have to come in and quarantine, we've just seen that there have barely been any tourists. This time around, summers are usually the busiest time, and we have the highest footfall and, you know, a huge percentage of tourists from around the world. So we've really missed out on that, you know, this season. So I'm just hoping maybe Christmas will bring in a bit more tourism. It is going to affect our business definitely, you know, because it's smaller groups, and that is going to be a change, and so we're just hoping for the best.